beautiful day for golf.
We're not good enough golfers.
Where is the beverage cart? Can't believe I paid money for this.
And welcome back to another episode of the Ridge Golf Podcast. How's it going, boys?
Too shabby?
Great.
Tired after a week with the kids, man.
Good, good. Well, you're a dad, so that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you take a family vacation and, you think it's relaxing. But, man, when you take a family vacation with 3 kids, there's not much relaxing being done, let me tell you.
Especially when 2 of yours are very young. like to go on, to feel like to go on vacation. I know I wouldn't take mine.
Fun. There was definitely some, big memories made and big smiles, but only a few meltdowns. It was a good time, though.
Were the big smiles you pulling back in the driveway after being done with the vacation?
Just a big exhale.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yes, it was nice to be back.
Sweet.
All right, so local news, we got pin seekers in DeForest. I've been driving by that every day. Looks like they're pouring the parking lot and they're getting the exterior walls up. So hopefully in the next month or 2 here, that's going to be finished and we'll have a nice spot to hit some dingers.
Nice.
And was that?
Said nice.
Yeah.
I said, hell yeah.
I know. I kind of thought it would have been done by now, but I don't know. I'm not a contractor, so I don't know how that works. But
Okay, so when I last drove past it in middle of May, it looked a long ways from being ready, and I was kind of surprised that they weren't going to have it open early spring.
no, it's looking like August, maybe early August.
So you might be able to use it for a month.
No, it's heated.
You should be able to do it during the winter.
I think
Oh,
all
nice.
the bays are. Yeah, I think all the bays are heated because they do have yearly memberships that you can buy. I think their introductory or before they opened was like $700 for a year membership, and you could get that's the bay, and then I think you can golf up to with 4 other people, and then you get discounts on their food and other things, and they have corporate memberships you can buy. So I'll put the website in the description. People can look it up, but.
I'm sure that's probably a great deal, but $700 seems like a lot for me for a glorified driving range, more or less.
Right, but if you can bring 5 friends and they don't get charged, you could split up the cost with them.
Yeah,
Except
you
you
have
have
to
Them each 125, and then you're making a profit.
Right, but you do have to be present when they go. So
Yeah.
but so there's that, and then the AmFam golf tournament is this weekend, and then the local boy won it from Edgerton.
Yep, Steve Stricker.
Steve Stricker. So that's kind of nice. Edgerton native.
Almost like he's familiar with the course.
Yeah.
Weird.
Advantage.
Yeah. I think he played a lot of golf at University Ridge before. So,
I'm sure.
and then Phelps and Jeter, and I can't remember the other 2 on their team, but they raised a decent amount of money. So Jeter said he wasn't a very good golfer. He's got a bunch of kids under 6 years old. So
I'm sure he was still decent, professional athlete, baseball player. He's got the swinging motion down pretty good, I would imagine.
right.
Just got to lower it a little bit.
Probably any free time he has. I'm still convinced with every athlete, their free time is golf.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which I would do. Yeah, I
Or-
would 100%.
Or pickleball. A lot of athletes like pickleball now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Taking the world by storm, pickleball.
No, we're not playing football. We want to do pickleball? Okay. Cricket.
Sorry, I was talking. And then the big news is the LIV PGA merger.
Don't forget DP Tour also. Can't forget about those guys.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it before that. I just saw the headline that PGA LIV and DP Tour are combining or whatever. I've never even heard of DP Tour.
I watched that is it Dave Portnoy or whatever? He was talking about the commissioner for that. Boy, he went into him hard for that merging those for the PGA.
Yeah.
He did not hold back at all what his thoughts were on that.
Pretty shady. They were saying that they told all these PGA golfers not to take the money from LIV, and then 2 years after he takes the money from LIV or for
Well, that's why I said the guys that turned it down. I mean, they just got to be like, what the hell? What Tiger Woods was 800 million, I think I read that he was offered. And I mean, and for them, obviously, then it wasn't about the money, but this commissioner, was it about the money? Was it that they think that LIV was going to be overtake PGA? I'm guessing it was all money, but
Oh, it is. I mean, money's it runs everything.
yeah.
So the best part about that is if I'm sure you guys seen the memes. Like there's one where it just says, "Commissioner, your loyalty will be rewarded." Then you just see a pizza party or a bunch of pizzas on the table, and then this just shows another half of the live golfers just swimming in cash.
Well, and I know he had like some deal too where he was talking about, how like the Saudis related to 9/11 and stuff, and he just took this such high moral ground, and then now it's just like, remember all that? Well, that's kind of out the window now.
Yeah, it's like how dare you take money from these people? You shouldn't do it because of all the moral reasons. They don't treat women fairly. They, execute prisoners, blah 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 blah. And then he's like, well, maybe we could take some of the money. It's probably all right.
You're gonna give me how much money? What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll take that.
I guess we could take some of that money. Yeah, it's probably fine.
I was gonna say what they're doing over there isn't so bad.
Well,
they're fine.
they're good guys.
Yeah. It's definitely some crazy stuff though. This is like the most I've been involved with golf articles, and it's pretty interesting to read. Like I can't remember what golfer it was, but boy, he went into about it, just how mad he was that kind of the same deal that commissioner was just so adamant about not doing it, and then it's just like, well, okay, well, you just ruined all that.
Well, it was real hot and fast too. Nobody knew anything about it. None of the players knew anything about it on the PGA side. I think Greg Norman got a phone call like a half hour before it happened. Maybe it was just like boom, done, and everybody's like, "What the?" Because they knew. I mean, if any of that leaked, the blowback would have been so bad right away that it probably wouldn't have went through. Better to ask for forgiveness.
It was funny watching some of the tweets of like the live players come through where they're just kind of, being like, oh, what do you guys think of this? Or like, today's a good day, or I'm feeling good today, like just all these kind of smug responses from those guys. Like, well, would you look at that, huh?
I was talking to a guy though that I see at work a lot, and he said, and I don't know, you guys have to weigh in, but like he's mad about it. But he says like he thinks like in the world of golf this will help immensely. Like there are some silver linings where like maybe worldwide this helps it take off more, the sport of golf, but like internally in the US, it's like a huge smack in the face.
Yeah, it's the idea behind of it is they're getting all the best golfers against each other all the time.
Right.
That's what their reasoning behind it is to build the game, because you get the best against the best all the time. So that's what they're gonna probably drive home with that of why they did it.
I know, like you mentioned about getting golf more popular. I think it's already there. Like I've talking to some of these courses where we're trying to book tee times and having slow people in front of us. And one of the guys running the desk, he's like, I don't know what's going on, but everybody seems to be bringing out their 20-year-old clubs that haven't golfed in 20 years. And they said it's just been busier than busy. Everybody's I think golf's like not coming back, but it's just getting more popularized.
It's more relevant.
I think some of that was like, post COVID happened, because once COVID hit, like golf was one of the few things you could actually go and do, because you were keeping your distance from people and you weren't touching anything, and like you were outside. So like it grew a decent amount, during that window, and then kind of just maintain that popularity, and those guys take a friend and those guys take a friend, and it kind of spirals and gains momentum as it gets going.
Yeah, you can still golf, don't touch the flag stick, or they'd have the phone, the new
the little circle on the bottom or whatever,
had the little whatever that little mechanism was around the pin that had the hook on it, so your ball going in, you just hit it with your club and it would shoot the ball back out.
I didn't see those.
They should keep them.
I kind of want to go back to that live thing. So these guys that turn down these contracts, do you think they're going to be offered new contracts? And I mean, do they even accept them? I mean, at this point, since they're merged,
they don't really even have contracts on the PGA. It's basically you win money and you have like sponsorship contracts. Like the PGA doesn't pay them like a yearly salary or a signing bonus. You only get paid if you win. If you don't win, you don't make any money.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed shit.
But didn't Liv have contracts with these golfers? I thought they did.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
how
saying.
Liv
That's
got
what I'm
them
saying.
all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are they going to offer them again to the people that
No.
turned it down?
No, because now they're just playing to win for the prize money. The whole point of the contracts in the first place was to get players,
Just get golfers
from the
over
team.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, get golfers
Okay.
over there. And when you're guaranteed millions and millions of dollars and you don't even have to perform as well, I mean, that's
Yeah, 800 million. I mean, I wouldn't really walk away from that, I don't think. But
Yeah, you're gonna pay me twice as much to golf half as often, and I don't even have to be good. Like, yeah, sign me up. Like,
I'll take it.
I guess
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
800 million. That's a lot of par tabs.
Oh, good
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of this is gonna be on like next season's Full Swing documentary, like that Netflix special, but like this would be a pretty interesting week for for that episode when that drops, if it's covered in there.
Right.
Oh, I guarantee it's going to be on there.
Netflix. All I saw was just Netflix cameras. As soon as they made the announcement, just
Yeah, swarm everybody. Yeah.
So I don't even use Netflix now hardly because that password
They
sharing
try to-
crap they crack down on is such a stupid thing. Like
So
they were
apparently-
making money.
Apparently, you weren't paying for your Netflix and you got
No.
kicked off.
And I'm boycotting it now on principle. How dare you take away my free
I haven't
TV?
paid for years. I'm not going to
Yeah.
pay for it now.
That was big news too. Like I saw that all over the internet. People are like, "What am I going to do for TV?" You know, like, well, I mean, we could pay $12, but no, I'm not doing that.
yeah, you could get your own subscription.
I got Peacock. That's good enough.
Shout out to Cock.
Yep.
Shout out to who?
Nice.
The Cock.
Oh,
Cock.
the cock. Yeah.
What else? Oh, so Jordan and I went out on an impromptu golf outing this weekend.
Oh, did you?
You did.
I feel like someone else might have planned that golf event.
Nope. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, the guy that wanted to do it and set it up didn't get invited. We got invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
But we did an interesting thing. So we played the first hole and we used par tabs, but we kind of did it different than what I initially thought was going to happen with the game. So we each put in $1, and we do not encourage nor we don't encourage gambling
This is for
on the
charity.
podcast. Yeah, whatever. We were
Just for funsies.
Yeah, it's for charity.
hungry. So, yeah, we each put in $1 for a tab, and then Jordan pulled a -1, and then the rest were all losers. So, as we played the hole, we finished the hole. Jordan marked his -1, but he didn't put it on his scorecard. It just counted for that hole. So, whatever you shot was like a 5, and then the -1 was a 4. To use the 4 to win the money, but then when you actually do the scorecard, you mark it as a 5, so it keeps the rest of the game
Yeah,
normal.
Still keep it like if you are just go out with your buddies and you don't want that to be part of your score, yeah, you just take your regular score. But for that hole, yeah, I technically got a par or technically got a bogey, but with the -1, I got a par on the first hole to win money off you.
I guess I don't know what you're saying. Isn't that how you're supposed to do it? I thought that's how it was supposed to be.
Right.
done.
It's not
like-
so you could do it the other way where it just stays on your regular score too, I guess. But
Okay. Yeah, that's the way
Like-
I kind of looked at it. But
Right. So if you were playing it every hole, then you would just add up all your scores at the end, and then they would get all the money in the pot. But if you just did it once every 2 holes, you just pay for your par tab, and then whatever that score is, you use that to find out who the winner of the par tabs is. But then if you drew a -1 or -2, you just mark that. You just don't add that to your scorecard
right. Okay.
at the end. So you're making little side bets throughout the game.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. I thought that worked out pretty well.
Did it make it pretty entertaining then?
It did. Yeah. I mean, we only did it for the one just to test it out, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. You didn't do the whole 9 then with it.
no, it would have been cool if maybe if 2 of us would have pulled something like, say, I got the -1 stroke and Blake got dropped with the furthest drive or something. That would have been
Mhm.
maybe a little more interesting, but it was still fun to do it that way. And yeah,
Right.
it's all chance.
Right.
of-
Yeah.
of-
You got
you already
getting
you already got your money into it at the beginning of the hole before you even know what you're pulling. So
And that was like, it didn't matter, but I was trying to play a little bit more safer since I already knew that he had the -1 and I have to step up to try to beat that.
Yeah, that would kind of suck being like the person you're playing with. It's like, oh gosh, they already have this benefit going for them. That would kind of get in your head a little bit.
Strategy out there too, though. If you were like thinking about, maybe driving straight on that dog leg, and now maybe you're like, well, maybe I'll try to cut the corner and see if I can get a little closer, because you got to make up a stroke. Like,
well, maybe don't even tell the other person what you got. If like you don't have to
you
tell
could do
them.
that, yeah.
You don't have to tell
That's
them.
funny.
I think like that mulligan one. Like I always assume like my putting game's terrible. Like if you set that up for your putt, like take a mully on your putt.
Yeah.
As long as you use that hole, a second chance is probably huge on a putt.
Yeah. My luck would be I 2-putt every single hole. That'd be the one I drain from like 10 feet out for some reason. Save it for the whole way and then drain it, and it's worthless. Like,
Yeah, and then you can't end up not using it. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of strategy that's involved too. But since Jordan pulled the -1, I'm like, oh boy, okay, I'm gonna have to pick her up here. But if it was the other guy that we were playing with, I'm like, that it's not even gonna matter.
I think you ended up getting like a 9 on that first
we
hole.
got a 9 on it. So yeah, it all depends who you're playing with too. It was pretty interesting.
We've been there. Negative or a
Yes.
9. That's happened.
So if you stroke out and get a quote unquote gentleman's 10, but have the -1, does that count as a 9, or is it still a 10 because you actually got like a 12 or a 13?
I think
I'd say it's a 9.
If you had like a legit 10, then you could bring it back down. But if you shot like a 12, you're like, oh, we'll just gentleman's 10 it. Like that's what you're stuck with that.
I'm marking a 9.
And I get that mulligan back.
Yeah, I get that mulligan.
Yeah, and it's still gentleman's mulligan.
My buddy took some to play this weekend where he was at, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'm just gonna throw a couple of these in the garbage can. I'm like, no, don't throw them in the garbage can. Just throw them right next to the garbage can. That way they don't get lost.
Litter. Very good.
Not 20 feet from the garbage can, just right next to it. So,
who are these ridge guys? And why do people just throw their trash on the floor?
Tape them to the little yardage marker that they got on the tee box.
We left some in the carts. Let them.
Yeah.
Some of the pulled ones, we left them in the carts on
Stuff
purpose.
A bunch down the hole. Jam them down.
In every cup. Yeah.
So
They're genius marketing ideas. I'm for it.
Flawless.
Fucking jam a bunch in the ball wash. It doesn't work.
Half of
What
those
the hell's
don't work
wrong
anyway.
with this damn thing? This damn par tabs are in this thing too.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, I better not do that. They'll get banned from the courses before they even take off.
Yeah.
Oh, but you guys ready for round 3 of trivia?
Ready to win trivia. That's what you
Well,
Yeah,
I got a lot of points to make up.
like what 3, 2, something like that.
That's
Well, you
all
guys
my
know-
question.
Yeah. Well, wait, are we doing times 2? Is this the last round?
It is.
I hope so, because I need it.
So we
Yeah.
gotta do it again. Double points.
Do double points. Okay.
Dibs on after
Now
Alex.
I'm just gonna fly ahead of everybody.
Leave you suckers in the dust.
Yeah.
Right now, it's standing at Alex at 4, Jordan at 3, Brady at 2. And I
Oh.
believe the order this week is
Brady.
Jordan,
Damn, 2
Brady, and
points in
Alex.
2 rounds. That's rough.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
At least you didn't get any like number questions, Brady, where you have to like guess a random number between 1 and 100, like you've had to do in the past.
He's like,
Like how
"Funny you
many
should say
yards
that."
is this hole? Yeah,
There might be a couple of those in there
Yeah.
this week.
they're all
Let's
for
see.
Brady.
Yeah, right.
Let me reorganize these real quick. Okay, so Jordan goes first. All right. Jordan, golf was banned 3 times in the years after it was invented because the Scottish government believed it would interfere with what?
Interfere with farming.
No. Brady?
Work.
No. Alex?
I think I know it. Church/religion.
No. Those were all really good guesses, though, by the way. It was military training.
Oh,
Boo.
a Mel
You guys
Gibson movie.
You guys were on the right track, though. Okay, question number 2. The original Augusta was intended to have this, giving golfers a chance to win their money back. It was indefinitely tabled because it would ruin the flow of the golf course.
19th hole.
Yes, good job.
Boom.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Did you know that, or was that a guess?
I knew that.
Oh, okay, nice.
I don't know
Okay,
where I heard it, but I knew it.
Blake's text message from earlier.
Yeah. Remember this one. It's important.
Hey, this is the end of the 19th hole.
this percent of golfers will never have a handicap under 18.
Jeez, that's a Brady question right there.
Under 18.
You gotta learn.
Yeah, do I have a
I'll give you a plus or minus 3.
percentage? 3 percentage points.
Yeah,
We'll go 80%.
right on the nuts.
Boom.
What?
Collusion.
You're hot.
This is suspicious to say the
Let's
least.
go.
All right, Brady. Okay,
Tough act to follow.
it is. If you choose to walk for 18 holes, you will roughly walk how many miles?
This is such a Brady question.
I give you a plus or minus half a mile.
3.
No.
Can you repeat it, Blake? I'm sorry.
If you choose to walk for 18 holes, you will roughly walk how many miles?
5.
No. Jordan?
4.
Yes.
Collusion.
How come we didn't have a plus or minus 1 for us?
I had plus or minus half mile.
Oh, you did say half mile. That's right.
Yeah, we get a half. Jordan gets 3 when it's his
Yeah,
question.
this is tilted.
What?
They're gonna say 3. He's gonna say 5. Just go right in the middle.
Can't help you. Dum-dums couldn't figure it out.
Well, we set it up for you perfectly.
Yeah, okay. The most massive golfing green is 28,000 square feet at the International Golf Club in what state?
International Golf Club is in.
Quit Googling.
You said
Your eyes are look very shifty.
Yeah.
over
How did you
there.
know that? Give me California.
Incorrect. Alex?
I always go between like North Carolina and Pennsylvania for my answers. I'll say North Carolina.
Incorrect. Jordan?
I'm going to say Hawaii.
Wrong. Massachusetts.
Never would have got it.
It's damn near
No,
the size of Massachusetts.
Yeah, like it's such a small
Yeah,
state.
sure.
How they fit that
It's
in
the whole
there?
state. Yeah.
All right, last question for Brady. This
Oh,
is the
hot
oldest.
streak.
Really running it up here.
This is the oldest style of golf course, first developed in Scotland. These courses are generally built on sandy
Link.
coastline. Yes.
What did he say? I didn't even
I
hear
didn't
it.
even hear what he said either.
Repeat the question and then let Brady answer it so people can hear the
I answered
answer.
it halfway through the question.
Let me finish the question. All right. This is the oldest style of golf course, first developed in Scotland. These courses are generally built on sandy coastline that offers a firmer playing surface. And you said
Link.
yes. Links.
I wouldn't have got that.
I only needed half a question. That's worth 4 points because I answered it before the question was over, right?
Oh, that's right. There's double points on this. I forgot that too. Shoot.
Okay. Alex,
Yo.
in this country, this golf course is the only one of its kind. In the world of nudity is mandatory. Oh, sorry. I messed that up. Let's do it
What?
again.
Where's the naked golf course?
Yeah. Which country is the naked golf course in?
In this country, this golf course is the only one of its kind in the world where nudity is mandatory for those who wish to play on this course. What country is that located in?
Gives ball washer a whole new meaning on that course. Jeez.
With.
What country? Oh, yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Where's that even like? I think every country has somewhere where you can do that. I'll go the UK again.
He's distracted.
No. France. Oh, shit. I said
I knew that one. God damn
It's
it.
France.
fucked up.
You gotta get another question. That's Brady rule
All
right there.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay.
No, France.
Fucking
Alex,
knew that.
the year 2016 marks the return of golf into what after a 112-year hiatus?
Entered into what? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Is it a? I don't want to sound. I might sound stupid anyway on here. An Olympic sport?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, doing so good.
I got re-entered into the Olympic Games.
I so did not want to say that. I think I was like, no, this ain't gonna be right.
I was just hoping it got back around to me because that one I knew.
All right, last question for Alex. If a set of clubs is older than how many years, expect deterioration like broken shafts and heads coming off?
You're familiar with that.
Yeah, I really am. How many year gap you gonna give me? 2, 3?
I'll give you a 2-year gap.
Gave Jordan a 3-year gap.
Yeah, I'll go.
Between 1 and 100.
I'll go.
1 in a million. Unlimited.
I'll do 10.
10 right on the nose.
Oh my gosh! Sorry, this is exciting for me. I've never done this good in trivia. I don't think ever.
Okay. So since I messed up that France question, I don't actually have another one on deck. So we will have to finish this next week.
So what's the scores then? Because
Doesn't Wags win it anyways?
I'm
or are you
fucking
keep
losing. No, if I would have got that
If you
France
would've
question,
got it,
I
we'd
would
be-
have won.
I think we'd be tied technically, wouldn't we?
No, because it's double
So-
points. I was already
Right.
behind you. You can't tie once we're at one. I was already one
Oh,
behind.
yeah, true.
So Jordan got 6. That puts him at 9 points. Alex got, let's see,
I got 2 out of the 3, I think.
Yeah.
2 out of the 3. So that's 6. And you were at 4. So that puts him at 10. And Brady is out. So,
Don't even bother, Brady.
well, next week's question, if Alex gets it wrong and then Jordan answers it right.
Alex doesn't get to fucking answer it.
This is
Oh, that's right.
This is the
Right.
same
Question
argument
just
Brady
for
had.
me.
This is the same
I'm
argument
getting
Brady had.
fucked 2 times in a fucking row.
All right. So we're gonna have a make a question for Jordan and Brady next week.
We're going to
Sure
get
it's
a new
hard.
trivia host.
You're doing great.
I got a notification on my phone about the meeting I got to be to in a couple minutes. So that's what. And then I messed up. My bad.
Got you all flustered.
Sure.
Well, this just leaves it for a nail biter for next week. So
Yeah. Hope you're all in suspense.
Yeah.
I can run through these quick again before I got to jump off. Go through the answers again. Golf was banned 3 times after it was invented in Scotland because it would interfere with military training. Nobody got that. Original Augusta was intended to have a 19th hole to give losers a winning chance to get their money back. Jordan got that one. This percentage of golfers will never have a handicap under 18, 80%. Jordan got that one. Brady, if you choose to walk 18 holes, how many miles will you walk? Answer was 4. Jordan got that one. The most massive golfing green, 28,000 square feet at the International Golf Club, is in Massachusetts. Nobody got that. This old style of golf course in Scotland, built on sandy coastline, is links. Brady got that. Alex, country, this country golf course with nude golf course, France. Nobody got that.
Yeah, no one got it.
Yeah. The year 2016 marks the return of golf into what? After a 112-year hiatus. That's the Olympic Games. Alex got that. And if your clubs are 10 years or older, expect deterioration like broken shafts and heads coming off. Alex. So we will have a question for Jordan next week
And Brady.
And Brady. I mean,
Technically.
I think you did your math wrong. I think Jordan's already the winner. Didn't Alex only get 2 questions right?
I
got 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I think you said 6 earlier, which should be 4.
Yeah, that's only 4 points.
Should be 4. So technically, yeah, Jordan, I don't even think needs to have another question.
Oh yeah.
He's already up by 1, so
And if Brady can't win, then yeah.
yeah.
No, that's right. Okay.
Someone probably said this like 5 minutes ago. Listening to this, like, wait a second, that ain't right.
Listen up, morons.
How do I call into these stupid
Dude.
fuckers?
It's hard to run this and do math at the same time. Okay.
I tell you,
So I win.
You win.
you can keep that hat.
No, I want a new hat. Damn it. I want your stinky hat.
I only wore it once. It is covered in a ton of cutter bug spray.
Don't expect your prizes anytime soon. I'm still waiting.
I'm getting on it.
It's on back order.
Busy man. So speaking of that, I gotta get off to get on another meeting. So thanks for hopping on, fellas.
Look at me. Got another
Friendship band.
All right.
All right.
Live golf.
Later.
Yeah.
Get out of here!